Ripple, Hedera, and XDC. These are three tasks that I've talked about pretty closely on this channel for a totally long time. And we're now starting to see some very large bulletins happening around these three. And I sense like this might be going to be something that does manifest quite frequently now going forward. I suppose that we're going to begin to see a number of multi-chain collaboration. A lot of these crypto primarily based agencies is nicely collaborating heavily. I mean, to this point, Ripple and Hedera have been tied back to one another on more than one ventures around this area. And I sense like it really is simply going to grow to be the norm soon. Because again, if we reflect on consideration on how massive this space is ready to emerge, as you already know, it does require lots of collaboration. And I think that it really is exactly what's taking place right now. So with that being said, welcome to the channel. Each person, my call is Nick. For those which can be new to the channel, hopefully with the aid of the give up of this video, you do end up a subscriber. Let's dive on in. Let's speak about a few things because like I stated, Ripple, Hedera, and XDC, these are three big projects in this area that are based around, application. Now, Ripple itself isn't always a mission, but they make use of XRP and the XRP ledger, and they had been truly a massive promoter of application. They've continually been pushing utility forward. I mean, even supposing we examine this tokenization webpage on their website, we are able to see. That's basically one massive ad for XRP and the XRPL. And you recognize, as we do have a look at these three tasks or these three organizations, I suggest they were three big names around crypto. And I think that these are three names with the intention to be around for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, plus 100 years likely, due to the fact we recognize that you already know Hedera wants to end up a 100-year corporation. If we're thinking about that proper, those three names sooner or later in time will move paths. And we simply notice that, check this out from Generation Infinity. Breaking information, Australia's stablecoin AUDD launching on Hedera HBAR community in Q3 of 2025. Now, we did hear from Rob Allen from Hedera properly. He used to work at Hedera. The Aussie financial year runs July through June. So FY Area 3 is set Area 1 calendar year, so Sector 1. This have to be launching. Now, the trying out turned into on Ripple's XRP enabled on-demand liquidity for cross-border transactions, XDC network, AUDD partnership targeting, trade finance, and Fireblocks integration as nicely. These are the three primary traits that we've in relation to the stablecoin. Now, we also do understand that there may be connections back to Stellar. I want to deliver that up due to the fact we do recognize that Navati did have some connections again to Stellar as properly. But those three other ones which are truly included in this PDF document, wherein we do have Navati's majority-owned stablecoin business, AUDC Party Limited, persisted to reinforce AUDD's function because the leading Australian dollar-subsidized stablecoin. Testing turned into finish for AUDD on Hedera with stay deployment expected in Area 3 of 2025, that is technically Area 1. Ripple on call for liquidity, trying out improved, enhancing AUDD's move border transaction abilities. New partnerships covered an agreement with the XTC network for AUDD deployment on XRC20, concentrated on exchange finance and custodial offerings with Fireblock. Then, of path on the bottom, we do see a few large updates just occurring around the SIBcoin itself. Now, I did point out how the SIBcoin sales elevated through 60% in Q2, and that became just like the huge one. Outside of that, they have been honestly type of specializing in making an investment in and scalability without any similarly capital injection from Nevada in phrases of the AUDC stablecoin, which is independent and self-funded. But outside of that, AUDD is a big deal. And in fact, we understand more about this due to the fact you realize Hedera did put up. Hedera is proud to, in addition, power the digitization of bills with AUDD Digital. Now, this become a partnership that did get introduced again in September, truly, of last 12 months. As you men do recognize, in case you do not, it's okay. We're excited to peer that AUDD Digital from AUDC is leveraging the Hedera network to release AUDD, the most suitable Australian digital greenback stablecoin as a Hedera token provider token. We greatly look forward to running with AUDC to improve the efficiency, transparency, and accessibility of economic transactions regionally and internationally, particularly for move border payments and virtual asset marketplaces. Now, first pass and study the total on assertion. There's some rates I just need to say actual brief, which become from the CEO of AUDC themselves. Launching AUDD at the Hedera network is a transformative step in our journey to revolutionize digital bills. The remarkable velocity and security of the Hedera network align perfectly with our aim to offer a strong and scalable solution for the virtual economic system. This partnership with the HPRO Foundation will allow us to extend AUDD software, imparting real-time, low-cost transactions that meet the needs of cutting-edge financial structures. That is a very huge quote itself. Now, we do have the challenge declaration here in terms of the real stablecoin. So the AUDC, that is the corporation at the back of this, their assignment is to enhance the performance, transparency, and accessibility of monetary transactions. Each locally and internationally aligns flawlessly with Hedera's competencies. We additionally have the release of a Hedera local AUDD stablecoin will aid the increase of Hedera's growing charge atmosphere, from facilitating move border payments to international consumer onboarding onto digital asset marketplaces of the community. With Australia being a major exporter of agricultural and business commodities, in addition to a big domestic bills market, a Hedera local AUDD has a strategic role to play in APAC and beyond. But this isn't just with Hedera, even though, right? We additionally have a few different gamers tapped in here. That's, for instance, Ripple's XRP enabled on call for liquidity, after which additionally the XTC community for change finance, or even their Fireblocks integration. Now, if we reflect on consideration on this, right, we know Hedera has been a huge participant in the Australian location. For instance, May 10th, 2024, they have been maintaining a prime occasion there in Australia. And this goes, like I said, return to 2024. Outside of this, we also had Hedera become a member of Blockchain Australia, and that goes all of the manner again to the 3rd of April of 2024. This is with Blockchain Australia. This is with the DEC Australia, that's the Digital Economy Council of Australia themselves. And what is kind of crazy approximately this, right, is that XDC is likewise a member of this. We have over right here from August 21st, 2024, the Digital Economy Council of Australia, Delaware CA proudly welcomes XDC Network as a foundational associate. XDC Network, a international DLT blockchain leader, is part of our undertaking to force Australia's digital transformation. This become a huge statement. But also, you understand, Hedera has been running with Australia for a totally long time. I experience, like on account that going all of the manner back to 2021, whilst we first, you recognize, heard approximately FTPOS becoming AGC of Hedera. That was a huge one. But then also we heard with FTPOS that they have been growing digital-based cities with Hedera, which became a pretty sizable, you realize, news declaration. But we do know that Hedera has been based across the Australian marketplace for a completely long time. Now, additionally, we have over here from Sean of the XDC, that's a large participant around XDC. Here we have a touch rationalization. This interpretation of the Navati Bills news here wishes us